Hey everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Sewing Adventures with Sean. And here I'm upcycling a pair of shorts into a crossbody bag. So first things first, you want to press out your garment or fabric that you're using to create. So as you can see here, I decided to remove the entire waistband because I wanted to use it as the crossbody strap. And then I decided to measure the cargo pockets that I'm going to use for the front and back of my bags. And I gave it a little bit of a seam allowance. So the pockets are 8 by 8 and I measured 10 by 10 just to kind of account for the seam allowance and to make the bag a little bit bigger. Now, once I cut out that front piece, I just use that as a template to cut out my back piece as well as my lining pieces. All right, so I opened the shorts up and I decided to give the purse gussets. So I measured out 3 inches by 9 inches for the sides, the bottom, and the top. I decided to cut those out as well. So I cut one piece. It was 3 by 9, and then I used that to cut my other 4 pieces for the sides, the bottom, and the top. Now, initially when I went into this project, I decided I wanted a zipper closure, but you'll see how I decided to opt out of it. So here I am now trying to remove the elastic that is in the waistband so that I can create the crossbody strap that I want. And I see that it's only pinned down in a few areas, so I can pin it down and then I'm going to just seam rip a small piece of the bottom and pull all of the elastic out at one time. Here's me pulling out all the elastic, making sure I cut off all the belt loops and everything as well. All right, so here's me making that zipper box. So I spent about 5 minutes picking out a zipper, finding the best color that would match with the lining piece and everything like that. And then ultimately I decided I didn't need a zipper. All right, so I took my lining piece. I'm just using some scrap fabric, but I really liked it because it's like a pop of color as opposed to the camouflage. And I'm a big pattern fan, so I used that. And then for my bottom part of my gusset, I used solid purple fabric, because I ran out of the other fabric. So once I got everything pinned together, right sides facing, I pinned my gussets, the main fabric and the lining fabric separately. I pinned those together, and I went on ahead to the machine and I sewed them. Make sure I backstitch at the beginning and end of every seam because I don't want the purse to fall apart. And once I got the gusset together, I went on ahead and put the front piece and attached it to one side of the gusset, and then I took the back piece and attached it to the other side of the gusset. And I did that for both the main fabric and the lining fabric. Alright, so here I am pinning the strap to the inside of the bag. Everything is going to kind of be put together inside out. You make sure that the right sides are facing, and then once you sew it all the way around to attach it, make sure you leave an opening at the bottom of your lining so you can turn it. So this is me turning it. Now, after I turned the purse, I realized I just wanted to top stitch it to keep the lining down. So I went on ahead and did that. Yeah. And once the bag was complete, I went on ahead and tried it on to make sure the strap was long enough. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more.